This is our today's agenda. Firstly, I will explain an overview of the financing program for JCM model projects. And after that, Ms. Aoyama, my colleague, will introduce our online business matching platform called JCM Global Match. This slide shows the basic concept of JCM model projects, but Ms. Uga already explained, so I'd like to skip this explanation. As you see in the middle of this slide, each JCM project is undertaken by a consortium between a Japanese entity and the JCM partner country entity. The Japanese entity is responsible for overall project management, and the partner country entity is responsible for installation and operation of low carbon equipment and for monitoring, reporting, and verification of the GHG emission. As indicated on the left, to provide incentive for introducing low carbon technologies, Ministry of the Environment of Japan, MOEJ, offers a grant through GEC. Then, as you see on the right, JCM CO2 credits will be shared between Japanese government, the partner country government, as well as the consortium members. From this slide, I will explain guidelines for submitting proposal of JCM model projects. There are 4 criteria for the project to be supported by this program. First, projects need to reduce energy-related CO2 emissions with leading low carbon technologies in partner countries. Secondly, projects should contribute to the sustainable development in partner countries. Thirdly, reduction of GHG emissions achieved by the projects can be quantitatively calculated, in other words, measurable and can be verified. And lastly, facilities installed by the projects do not receive any other subsidy. This slide shows the basic structure of international consortium. Representative participant shall be a Japanese entity. Its main role is overall project management. At least one local entity in the partner country should join the consortium as a partner participant. Its main role is installation and management of facilities. We review application for the financing program to see if the members of consortium have relevant technological and operational experiences, financial resources, and administrative capabilities. There are typical cost items which are covered and not covered by this program. Covered costs are, for example, facilities and equipment, monitoring equipment, construction work for installation of facilities, and so on. Not covered costs are removal work for existing facilities and equipment, civil engineering work, consumable supplies and materials, spare parts, and so on. For the Japanese fiscal year of 2020, which runs from April 2020 through March 2021, the total budget for JCM model project is 9 billion yen, approximately $84 million. The financial support can cover up to 50% of eligible project costs. But depending on the number of already selected projects using a similar technology in each partner country, the maximum percentage of the financial support changes from 50% to 30%. The amount of financial support per project is generally between 50 million to 2 billion yen, or 500,000 to 20 million US dollars. Please note that the JCM projects need to complete installation and start operation within 3 years after receiving formal approval. Another important criteria is cost effectiveness. Cost effectiveness is defined by this formula. That is, the amount of financial support divided by the emission reductions over the durable years of the facilities. That means the cost to reduce 1 ton of CO2. Durable years of the facilities are stipulated by the Japanese law, and the cost to reduce 1 ton of CO2 needs to be equal to or less than 4,000 Japanese yen, approximately $40. And the number of similar technological projects in a partner country is 5 or more. The cost effectiveness should be 3,000 yen or less. Also, if the number of similar technological projects in a partner country is 10 or more, the cost effectiveness should be 2,500 yen or less. Currently, there are 10 solar power projects in Thailand, so you should keep 2,500 yen or less for solar power project in Thailand. In fiscal 2020, we newly started JCM Eco Lease scheme that can provide financial support for leasing business. Financial support of this scheme is uniformly 10% of total leasing charge, including leasing interest. In this scheme, the monitoring period has been shortened to reduce the burden of the project reporting. The reporting period is equivalent to leasing period, but at least 5 years. This is a timeline of the first selection of JCM model projects for this fiscal year. And currently, second selection is ongoing, and we are now reviewing proposals. Please note that proposal acceptance will end as soon as the budget for this fiscal year is used up. This is a list of selected JCM model projects in Thailand as of today. There are 33 JCM model projects in Thailand, of which energy efficiency is the highest number of 20, effective use of energy is 4, and renewable energy is 14, and has been increasing recently. In fiscal 2020, nearly 2 Thai projects have been selected. These graphs show the trends of JCM model projects. In upper left graph, you can see that total budget and average amount per project are increasing. The upper right graph shows the expected GHG emission reductions by JCM model projects are increasing. And in the lower left graph, you can see number and ratio of JCM large projects are increasing. JCM large projects mean the project with GHG emission reductions over 10,000 ton CO2 per year. Then we expect you to propose a project that will achieve greater GHG emission reductions and cost effectiveness. Coronavirus has a serious impact on the world's society and economy. During this period, new normal is required in our business, such as digital transformation, remote control of equipment, smart factory in production, digital supply chain, etc. In addition, green recovery is needed for decarbonization. We think recovery from the impact of COVID-19 is a good opportunity to accelerate decarbonization. Then we would like you to utilize the JCM financing program to tackle with these issues. We recommend that anyone who is considering a JCM model project has a consultation with GEC or TGO before submitting an official application. Please send an email to contact us. We also hold webinars this year, like today. And also, please visit our website and Twitter to find more information about the JCM. We are looking forward to working with you closely and creating more JCM model projects in Thailand. Open crab. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tanabe. Ms. Ariyama, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Kaoru, and thank you for this opportunity to introduce our business matching website, JCM Global Match. I hope this website will help you to develop your future JCM program. As Mr. Tanabe explained in previous presentation, to implement a JCM project, a Japanese entity as a representative of entity must form an international consortium. They often need support from consulting firms and loan or equity providers. We are often asked how they can reach out to potential business partners beyond the borders. JCM Global Match can be your solution. In this matchmaking website, the registrants will be sorted into one of the 4 categories: sellers, buyers, consulting firms, or financial institutions. Sellers indicate Japanese entities, and buyers indicate JCM partner country entities. Consulting firms and financial institutions are often essential in successful JCM projects. A buyer of a leading low-carbon technology could be connected with a seller, a consulting firm, or a financial institution automatically based on the registered information and preferences. And a matching of the other way can be available. You can sign up for this website and take advantage of the information there for free of charge. Here are major functions of the JCM Global Match. First, an automated extraction of potential partners to be matched according to your registered information and preferences. This stage is called pre-matching. You can also search your potential partners in the manual search engine in the second phase. After you searched your potential partner, as in the third image, general information of your pre-matching partners can be viewed, so you can decide whether to send them a matching request. After each request is accepted, you and your matched user are ready to start your discussion about your future JCM project by either using the chat feature on the website or emailing directly to the partners. What's more, you can also make reservations for JCM-related events like today when they are available. Here, I'd like to show you brief information of the users of the JCM Global Match. Currently, about 30% of the users are from Japan, and the rest is consisted of partner countries and non-partner countries of the JCM financing program. The users from Thailand occupy 13% of all, as you see in the pie chart on your left. And please look at the table next to it. And it shows the actual number of the registrants, and Thai currently has 50 accounts. As you see, Thailand is ranked as the 3rd largest country for the number of the JCM Global Match user. I hope you join in these numbers of you haven't signed. I hope you join in these numbers if you haven't signed it up yet. The URL of the website is shown here. You can also access to the website via the JCM website, a specialized page for the business matching website, or from banners, banner links underneath every page of the JCM website. We hope you make the most of this business opportunity. Thank you, Kopuka.